Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Julie with Bookshelf by Julie. Okay, today we're working on our 100-day crafting challenge. I know that's big news. You guys just weren't expecting that at all. Okay, so we're doing day 77, right? And today is one of those sort of finishing up bits on something. I mean, it's not finished, but this is one of the finishing up bits that you do before you finish a journal, right? We're going to need one of these. We're going to need a needle and some, I'm using waxed linen thread. We're also going to need, if I've got more than one signature to sew in, I generally will make me a template. The template needs to be as long as your signature is tall, and just, you know, it keeps your holes in the same place, and that really helps if you've got one that you're going to be sewing on the outside of your journal, right? Well, I made one of these. It's as tall as my signature is tall. 1 inch in, 1 inch in, and in the middle of those, I just put a little dot with a pencil. Pretty simple. Lay that to the side. This is a file folder. That's pretty simple too, right? And this is a piece of fabric. What we're going to do is make a hidden spine. That's what they call it. I mean, it's not really like hidden. It's just not on the outside of the journal cover. So I guess in that way it's hidden, right? So we're going to do this because this will make it strong. This is pretty sturdy file folder, but when you put fabric on it, it's really sturdy and strong, and it will just last, you know, a good, really long time. As long as the journal lasts, this will last. So I've not really put it to the test to see how long these things will last. I think they'll last as long as a book, maybe longer than some books that are made by, you know, publishers, because you see those falling apart all the time, or I do. Anyways, so we're going to make a good quality hidden spine to go in the puppy journal. So let's get started on this. Move some things out of my way, because what I'm going to do first is I'm going to put tape and such on this so that we can adhere it to the fabric, right? Now, I don't usually put tape on something I'm going to sew through for the most part, but every now and then you'll see me do it because this is just going to work better. So it's going to have tape. And I'm going to poke the holes with the awl, so hopefully it won't gum up my needle too much. It will a little bit. I mean, I just know it will, because that's the way it is. You can, if you don't want to use the tape, you can always put, you know, just put glue on this and paint it out, you know, use a brush of some kind. I use those little, these. If you use these and just put the glue everywhere, right, then it'll work. I trust the tape and the glue method, and this is going to be one of those things where I want it to be lasting for, I don't know, a long time. So I'm going to do it this way. Okay. Let's give this a good squidge down. And I did iron my fabric this time. Well, I pressed it. I put it in the heat press, you know. It works that way for me. I'm all about taking the easy way, I guess. These days, that's what I go for. Okay, there we are. Get the backings off and we'll move on to our next step. This is really simple. And you know me, I try to make everything simple and easy. It can get complicated. There's a lot of ways to make it complicated, okay? I don't like to make things complicated, so let's not do that. Okay. Now, this is going to go on. I'm not going to be too bothered about putting a lot of glue on this side of it because I don't want it to come through my fabric, right? This is going to go onto the fabric. And hold on there really good. It's my plan anyways. So, yep. You just get your piece the size you want it to be, right? And then put this on here, leaving the same amount of border every which way, right? Okay. Get my brayer and give that a good roll. Okay. All right. So now we've got that, and it's going to be really nice. This is going to be the part that someone will see, okay? Because the signatures will be sewn onto this part. Is that making sense? I hope it is. I know you're thinking, wow, that's a really wide spine. Well, I want to have overlap. The spine's going to be about 3 inches. This is all going to be overlap so that it's adhered down to the journal cover. If you leave yourself 1/2 inch to adhere down to the journal cover, that's probably going to let loose. Just saying, it will. The more you've got down on the journal cover, the better off you are, okay? You want extra on those sides. Or I do. I really do. Okay, so let's get this taped again. Okay. Now, you could wait until after you sew the signatures onto this to do that. But boy, is that some kind of a headache. I just wouldn't do that. Because that would be just complicated. I don't like to get complicated. I said that already, right? So we're just going to do it the simple and easy way. Okay? Simple and easy is a good thing. Okay, I need my other one now. Okay, this gives me a lot of options on putting this in the journal that I can use the tape, and this I will definitely put glue because it's going into the journal. And it's going to need to hold on really, really good. Where's that other? Okay, I'll use this then. I need a narrow one. I have a little piece that's left over of a roll. It'll work. It's just kind of flimsy on the roll part of it. But it'll work. I've been trying to use this up for an age. And I'm still not done with it. So I see no use to throw that away until I'm done with it. And then I'll throw it away. Okay. Now, put all this aside. Now we've got that taped up really good and it's ready to go in, right? No. No. Okay, so this is our journal cover, right? And we're going to do some strategic placing here. See, we want this to go over that way and over that way. And the spine will be there and there. So we've got our folds where our spine is gonna, that's the width of our spine. So we just need that to be that way. So I know where to sew my signatures in, right? It's, like I said, it's a simple, easy way to do it. And to me, it's a lot easier than trying to get too complicated with it. Because I don't want that. Okay. I've got 2 signatures to sew in here. So I want to put them, let's see. Yep, I want to put them like so, without sticking my head in the camera. I just want it to be, yep, it's 3 inches. So if I put them on the 3/4, let's see, I could do 1 inch from each side. Maybe that would, let me see, if that's 1 inch. Sorry, I haven't worked everything out before the video. And then that's 1 inch. That gives plenty of room in between. So we're going to go 1 inch from both sides, right? Yeah. Just want to make sure I'm, 1 inch from each side is going to be right there. So that's where I want to put, let me get a pencil. That's where I want to put my template, there. Then turn it around, do the same thing this way, okay? Make sure I'm not right up in the thing. Okay, right there. The reason I'm doing that is I can lay this down here and get it sort of centered up, and I need some clips. Let me move some stuff around without causing a craft latch. Get a few clips. I gotta get some more clips. I do. Okay, there's that one. And there is that one. You just want to make sure that it's straight. Because if it's not straight, then you're going to have a wonky signature, right? It looks straight. Let me take it off and try again. I just want to make sure that it's straight because, yeah, right there. Putting a signature in is always a little bit fiddly for me because I want it to be just right, you know. I want it to be just right. So, let's put this on here. I don't know that I moved it at all, but we're going to put it back on here, and that's where we're going to poke our holes. Right there. Okay? What to do with my awl. Okay. You don't need any fancy equipment for this. You just need, that's very old school. It's an awl, you know, but it's very sharp. So, you know, there you go. There. There. And there. Now you see the benefit of making one of these. I mean, it's a simple thing, right? But all the holes should line up with each other. And be exactly where you want them to be. Right there. And if they are, then your signatures will be straight and, you know, stuff like that. Okay, let's do this. Okay, you want them to line up right across from each other, then poke your hole. Just making sure it's lined up. Poke your hole. And then this one. And yeah, I push it a little further sometimes. It gives me extra room to do things, right? Now I need to erase those pencil marks off because I don't want them. Okay. Alright, now, and you won't see them when the signature's in there anyways, but anyways, now we have to do the same thing to our signatures, okay? It's pretty simple. We've got two, right? Let's do the first one first, right? Okay, you make sure they're stacked up really, 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 really good. And I'm going to put a clip. To make sure they stay stacked up really, really, really good. Like so. Okay. Yeah, I definitely have to get some more clips. I know I've got some in yonder, but, you know, it's a thing. Okay, so we go through here, and we sit this right in our center of our spine, of our signature. And you see how that is? It's just going right to the center, and, let me see, can you see? I'm trying to make sure you can see. So we're going to use the same template we just used over there, and we're just going to poke our holes like so. Hold on to it. Get a grip already, you know. All right, poke your holes. You don't have to poke them that big, but you know, poke your holes. Now that signature is set and ready to go in. It's the first one, so stay over there. So once again, we're going to do this on our center spread. Get some more clips. Make sure it's all. Now as you notice, I don't know if you're noticing or not, but I don't have cards and tags or anything in these pockets. You know we've made them. You know we have. But you just don't want that kind of thing going on when you're doing this. It's just in the way. Right? So you just get it snugged right down in there. And poke your holes. If you're doing a journal and you're just doing one signature, you don't really have to be so fussed about making a template and all, getting everything lined up, because it's only one. Just poke your holes wherever you want them, right? Okay, let's get this one. So we're going to sew this one right there into this hidden spine. Haha. Okay, so let me move that out of the way. Where's my, here it is. I don't take my thread off. I don't do that whole thing where you measure it and do this 3 times and all that. I don't do the hokey pokey when I'm doing a signature. I want it to have enough, I want it to have plenty of thread, and I don't want to shortchange myself. So I leave it on the spool and I just sew it in, and then when I'm done, then I'll chop it off, but not until then. I'm just, no. No. So, all right. So you go through here, like so. Then you go through this hole like so. It's just like any other sewing the signature in. You're doing your stitches doing your stitches like so, just onto the spine that's not in the journal cover yet, right? Now, some people will do their stitches and have them land up on the back here. I don't think I would ever do that, and I'm not dissing anybody who does. It's just that on the back, I want everything as flat as I can get it, okay? Because you're going to be gluing that and taping that into, I'm trying to see, into the journal cover, and you want everything to be as flat as possible, okay? You don't want this side to have lumpy bumpies and knots and things like that. You just don't. Or I don't, okay? So one string on one side of your thread and one on the other, right? Same as same. Okay. All right, now, where's my scissors? Okay. There we are. One signature. It's pretty straight. I hope it's straight. I hope. I mean, gosh. Okay. Now, we're going to do this other one. The second one's always a little more complicated because you got this in the way. Because you got that in the way, right? So, now we're going to put this in there. I've got to rethread my needle, which is easy with wax linen thread. So you just, you know. Well, it's easy when you're not on camera. We'll put it that way, huh? Okay. Now, same. We're going to go through the middle here and through the middle here. Okay. Then back in here, I do the top, but you know, you can do the bottom. It doesn't matter. It's all good. It's all good. I say it's all good, but you know, sometimes when your hole tries to disappear on you, you go back through it. Now, I didn't hear paper tearing or anything like that. I just needed to get it straight with itself, and then I could do my stitch through, right? Sometimes things like that happen and you just have to retrace your steps. Yeah. Retrace your steps. Pretty simple. Okay. For sure. Okay. And then we are back over here. And you want to pull that, keep it pretty taut so that nothing gets all loosey-goosey on you. Just be patient with yourself and with your project. It's the best way to do that, right? It's It's trying to sew through the thread, so I'm trying to not let it do that. If you sew through the thread, sometimes it can get complicated, but there's always a fix. There's always a fix. Okay. Let's make sure we've got everything. Yep. Everything is good and taut. There we go. And there we go. Scissors again. Okay. Now, get these off. We've got our hidden spine looking pretty good. Okay, now this has become a long video, so I'm going to do the next putting in part on the next video, okay? Because that's going to take a few minutes, because you've got to get everything lined up just right, and it's a little finicky and all this stuff. So that's what we're doing. We've got them lined up. They're as straight as I can possibly straight them. We've got the little bit of inside here. That's some wax from the thread. It'll brush off. Yeah, we've got everything going our way. So if you're doing this along with me and you think, well, what'd she do, go rewind me. I know this is a little bit complicated and fiddly, but go rewind me. I'm just as friendly the next time around, and watch it again, and you can see it's a little bit of stuff, but it's not complicated. This is the easiest way I've found to do a hidden spine. So there you are. Let me get this. In the next video, we'll put that in here in the journal cover. Okay? So, whoops, upside down. All right, today is 77. We have sewn in our hidden spine. Well, we've sewn it. We've not put it in here, but we've done that. Okay. 77, guys. 77. Is that awesome or what? Okay. I think it's awesome. All right. You guys take care. Please like and subscribe. Pretty please. Thanks for watching. TTFN.